Okay, so get ready because today we are going deep on aging.
Oh,
Yeah, we are diving deep into Deepak Chopra's Ageless Body, Timeless Mind.
oh, very cool.
Yeah, so what if aging isn't a fixed path? Like,
Right.
what if we can actually influence it?
Yeah, that's the fascinating premise that Chopra lays out in this book.
Right.
He challenges this whole idea that aging equals decline.
Yeah.
And he really argues that we have way more control than we think over how we age.
I admit, turning
Yeah.
40 had me kind of freaking out a bit.
Sure.
But this whole concept of biological age being different from chronological age, that gives me some hope.
Yeah.
So can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, so think of it this way.
Okay.
Chronological age is just like the number of years you've been alive, right? But biological age reflects how your body's actually functioning, like at a cellular level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you could have two people who are both 60,
Yeah.
but one might have the energy of someone much younger.
Exactly.
Really?
Their biological age is defying the chronological age.
Wow.
And Chopra argues that a big part of that difference comes down to our beliefs and lifestyle choices.
Okay, so our minds can actually impact how our bodies age.
Yeah.
That's kind of mind-blowing.
It is pretty mind-blowing.
Is there like science behind this? Or is this just like,
Yeah, there's a growing body of research showing how powerful the mind-body connection is.
okay.
And Chopra dives into this concept of epigenetics.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's like your genes are the blueprint, but your lifestyle choices can highlight or erase certain parts.
So it's not all about our genes then?
Absolutely not.
We have more control
Way more than we think.
than we thought.
Yeah. And Chopra even uses the principles of quantum physics
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Quantum physics.
to describe how our bodies are constantly changing energy fields.
Okay, now hold on.
Yeah.
Quantum physics in an aging book.
I know, right? It's kind of wild.
So how does that work?
Okay, so think of it this way.
All right.
Your body is like a constantly shifting mosaic,
Okay.
and your thoughts are like the artist choosing the tiles.
Interesting.
Every thought, every emotion, every experience contributes to shaping this dynamic process.
So we're not stuck with the physical matter we were born with?
Nope.
We're essentially renewing ourselves all the time at a cellular level?
That's the idea.
Wow.
Chopra says we're practically new every few years because of this constant cellular turnover.
Okay.
But the catch is, we might be unknowingly giving our bodies instructions to age faster based on what we believe about aging.
Oh, so like if I'm constantly saying like, oh, I'm getting old. I'm
Yeah.
getting old.
Yeah, right.
My body's
Right.
like, okay, we're getting old. Let's do that.
You got it.
Wow.
You're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So if we change our thoughts, can we actually slow down aging?
Chopra believes, so he emphasizes the power of positive affirmations.
Okay.
So by consciously choosing thoughts like I'm vibrant and healthy, or my body is strong and resilient, you send a different message to your cells.
So it's almost like we have this inner pharmacy that can dispense age-accelerating or age-defying chemicals based on our thoughts.
That's a great way to put it.
That is pretty cool.
And that brings us to the heart of what Chopra calls our most potent anti-aging superpower,
Okay, what's that?
the mind-body connection.
Okay, this is making me rethink my whole attitude towards aging.
Good.
But how does this mind-body connection actually work in practice?
Okay, so think about how you feel when you're stressed.
Oh, I don't like thinking about that.
I know, right?
Okay.
But your body releases hormones like cortisol, and that can damage cells and weaken your immune system.
So that's the opposite of youthful vitality.
Yes, exactly the opposite.
Okay.
On the flip side, positive emotions like joy and gratitude,
Okay.
they can promote healing and well-being.
So if stress is that bad, how do we even manage with modern life?
Yeah,
Are we all just doomed to age prematurely?
not at all. Remember, we have more agency than we think. Chopra offers a whole toolkit of practices to strengthen this mind-body connection and manage stress.
Okay.
He's a huge advocate for meditation.
I've tried meditation on and off.
Yeah.
But I'll admit, I haven't really stuck with it.
Sure.
What makes it so powerful for aging?
Well, meditation helps to quiet the mind and reduce stress, but there's more axes. Studies show it can actually lengthen telomeres.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Those are the things that protect our chromosomes, right?
exactly. They're like
Yeah.
the protective caps on our chromosomes that shorten as we age.
So meditation is like a telomere booster shot.
Kind of, yeah. It's pretty incredible.
What else can we do to tap into this mind-body power?
Chopra also talks about visualization,
Okay.
and it's not just wishful thinking. When you vividly imagine yourself as healthy and youthful,
Okay.
your brain releases neurochemicals that send signals to your body to support that vision.
So we can actually train our minds to see ourselves as ageless and our bodies start to catch up.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
And don't underestimate the powers of emotions like gratitude and forgiveness.
Oh, yeah.
Holding on to anger and resentment is like carrying around heavy baggage
Right.
that weighs down ourselves.
It's like emotional detox for anti-aging.
That's a great way to put it.
So we've covered beliefs and the mind-body connection. What about the practical stuff?
Yeah.
Diet, exercise, sleep.
Right.
Where do those fit into Chopra's approach?
Chopra doesn't neglect lifestyle choices at all,
Okay.
but he emphasizes that they work best when they're combined with this inner shift in mindset.
So it's not just about eating my veggies, it's about eating them with a sense of gratitude.
Precisely.
Okay.
He suggests focusing on fresh, organic produce,
Okay.
incorporating anti-inflammatory herbs and spices like turmeric and ginger,
Right.
and paying attention to how food makes you feel.
So it's a more mindful way of eating.
Exactly.
What about exercise?
Movement is essential for keeping the body youthful.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be strenuous.
Mm.
Even gentle practices like yoga or walking make a big difference. The key is finding something you enjoy and doing it regularly.
Makes sense. What about sleep? Sleep.
We all know we need it, but how does it impact aging?
Sleep is the ultimate recharge for our bodies.
Okay.
It's when our cells repair and regenerate, our hormones balance, and our brains clear out toxins.
But skimping on sleep is like undoing all the good work we're doing.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh no.
Chopra emphasizes creating a consistent sleep routine,
Okay.
making sure your bedroom is dark and quiet, and avoiding stimulants like caffeine and alcohol before bed.
Okay, I'm definitely guilty of a few of those.
I think we all are.
So we've got mind-body practices and healthy lifestyle habits. Anything else we should be focusing on for ageless living?
Chopra takes it a step further. He delves into emotional and spiritual well-being.
Oh, okay.
He argues these aspects of ourselves are just as important as physical health when it comes to aging.
That makes sense. If you're constantly stressed and unhappy, it's going to show up somewhere, right? Exactly. He talks about how unresolved emotions, past traumas, and a lack of purpose can actually speed up the aging process.
Wow, that's pretty profound. So how do we cultivate this emotional and spiritual fitness?
Chopra advocates practices like meditation and mindfulness to cultivate inner peace.
Okay.
He also emphasizes forgiveness. Holding on to grudges is like holding on to poison.
Yeah.
It harms us more than anyone else.
That's a tough one, but I see your point. What about finding purpose?
Yeah.
How does that fit in?
Chopra believes feeling connected to something larger than ourselves, whether it's a spiritual belief, a creative passion, or service to others,
Okay.
can be incredibly rejuvenating.
It's like having a reason to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
To stay engaged and vital. This is all so insightful, but it's a lot to take in.
Does Chopra offer any practical tools to help us actually put these ideas into action?
He does. In fact, the book is full of them.
Okay, good.
He recommends things like daily meditation affirmations, breathing exercises, and journaling. Okay, those sound doable. Let's break those down a bit further.
Yeah.
You mentioned daily meditation.
Yes.
Can you remind me what the key benefits are when it comes to aging?
Chopra considers meditation a cornerstone of ageless living.
Okay.
It quiets the mind, reduces stress, and connects us to a deeper sense of peace within ourselves. All of this has a ripple effect on our physical well-being.
Okay. I can see how reducing stress would be beneficial, but how does connecting with our inner selves help us age better?
It's about tapping into that reservoir of skillness within each of us.
Okay.
That's where we find true renewal and rejuvenation. It's not about escaping life,
Right.
but about engaging with it from a more centered and peaceful place.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. So it's not just about chanting them for hours on end.
No, not at all.
It's about cultivating a sense of inner peace and presence.
Exactly.
Even amidst the chaos of daily life.
Even a few minutes of meditation each day can make a difference.
Okay, that's good to know. What about affirmations?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've always been a bit skeptical. Do they really work?
Chopra believes they're a powerful way to reprogram our subconscious minds.
Okay.
Remember, our thoughts are constantly sending instructions to our bodies.
Right.
Why not choose thoughts that support health and vitality?
So it's about replacing those negative age-limiting beliefs
Yeah.
with more positive and empowering ones.
Exactly. Instead of thinking I'm getting old and forgetful,
Right.
You might affirm my mind is sharp and clear.
Oh, okay.
Or instead of my body is falling apart, you could say my body is strong and healing itself.
It sounds like a more intentional and focused way of practicing positive self-talk.
Exactly. And the key is to repeat these affirmations regularly, so they really sink in at a deep level.
I'm willing to give it a try.
Yeah.
What about breathing exercises?
Breathing.
How do those fit into the Ageless Living toolkit?
Breathing is our life force.
Yeah,
And yet, most of us don't even think about it.
it's true.
Chopra emphasizes conscious breathing techniques
Oh.
to boost energy, reduce stress, and even improve cellular function.
Are there any specific breathing exercises he recommends?
He describes several in the book. One simple one is alternate nostril breathing.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
You close one nostril and inhale deeply, then close the other nostril and exhale slowly.
Okay.
It's very calming, and it balances the nervous system.
I might actually be able to manage that one. What about journaling?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people find that helpful for self-reflection, but does it have specific benefits when it comes to aging?
Chopra sees journaling as a way to become more aware of our thoughts and beliefs, especially those related to aging.
Okay.
By writing them down, we can identify patterns and make conscious choices about which thoughts to nurture and which to release.
It's like becoming the editor of our own internal dialogue.
Precisely. Journaling can also help us cultivate gratitude, a powerful antidote to aging.
That makes sense. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we're less likely to dwell on what we've lost or what's going wrong.
Exactly.
So we've covered meditation affirmations, breathing exercises, and journaling. Anything else we should add to our Ageless toolkit?
Chopra also talks about the importance of connecting with nature, cultivating creativity, and nurturing meaningful relationships.
Okay.
All of these things contribute to our overall sense of well-being and can help us age gracefully.
It's about living a full and vibrant life engaged with the world around us.
Exactly.
Now, there's one more topic I wanted to touch on that I found particularly intriguing.
Okay.
Chopra's exploration of immortality.
Yeah.
I have to admit, when I first saw that in the book, I thought, okay, now he's going a bit too far out there.
I understand your reaction.
Ugh.
But remember, Chopra isn't talking about literal immortality
Okay.
in the sense of living forever in these physical bodies.
Right.
He's talking about connecting with a timeless, eternal part of ourselves
Okay.
that exists beyond the physical realm.
So it's more of a spiritual concept than a scientific one?
Exactly. It's about recognizing that a part of us is ageless and boundless,
Okay.
even as our physical bodies go through the natural cycles of life and death.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. It takes some of the fear out of aging, doesn't it?
It does. It allows us to approach aging with peace and acceptance, knowing that it's not the end of our existence, but simply a transition to another state of being.
I love that perspective. It's empowering and uplifting. So Chopra is suggesting we can experience a kind of immortality by connecting with this timeless essence within ourselves.
Yes, and that connection can bring a profound sense of peace and joy, regardless of our age.
This is really making me rethink my whole attitude toward aging. It doesn't have to be this dreaded decline we're all conditioned to fear. It can be an opportunity for continued growth
Right.
and evolution.
That's precisely the shift Chopra encourages.
Yeah.
He sees aging as a chance to deepen self-awareness,
Mhm.
cultivate wisdom, connect more deeply with others, and live more authentically.
It's like shifting from a fear-based perspective to one of curiosity and possibility.
Absolutely.
I'm actually starting to feel excited about the journey ahead.
That's wonderful to hear. It's about recognizing that each stage of life has its own unique gifts and lessons. As we age, we may experience some physical limitations, but we also gain wisdom perspective and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
It's about appreciating the richness of each moment, even the challenging ones.
Yes.
I'm sensing a theme here. It all comes back to mindset. Our beliefs and attitudes about aging really shape our experience in a powerful way.
You've hit the nail on the head. And that's why Chopra's work is so valuable. He's giving us a roadmap for not just living longer, but living better with more purpose and vitality at every age.
I have to say, I'm feeling pretty inspired. We've covered so much ground in this deep dive. What's the most important message you want to leave our listeners with?
The key takeaway is this: we are not victims of time. We have more influence over the aging process than we've been led to believe. By embracing a holistic approach that integrates mind, body, and spirit, we can create a life that is truly ageless.
That's a powerful message. And for our listeners who are feeling inspired to make some changes, what's one piece of advice you would give them to get started on this ageless path?
If I had to choose just one thing, it'd be this: start paying attention to your thoughts. Become aware of the stories you're telling yourself about aging.
That internal dialogue we talked about earlier,
Yes.
the one that's either cheering us on or holding us back.
Exactly. Once you're aware of those thoughts, you can challenge the negative ones and replace them with more positive, life-affirming ones.
It's like we're the gardeners of our own minds, weeding out the limiting beliefs and planting seeds of possibility.
I love that analogy. And remember, it's not about denying the reality of aging. It's about choosing how we want to experience it.
So instead of dreading birthdays, we can start seeing them as opportunities to celebrate the wisdom and experience we've gained.
Precisely. And to set intentions for how we want to continue growing and evolving in the years to come.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive. I feel like I've gained a whole new perspective on aging, and I'm definitely inspired to start incorporating some of these practices into my own life.
That's fantastic. And remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself, experiment with different approaches, and most importantly, have fun with it.
Great advice. So for our listeners who want to keep exploring these ideas, I highly recommend checking out Deepak Chopra's Ageless Body, Timeless Mind. It's filled with even more insights and practical tools for ageless living.
And as you continue exploring, I'll leave you with this question to ponder. If you could choose to feel 10 years younger, what one thing would you start doing today to make that happen?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with. It's a reminder that we have the power to create the reality we desire starting right now. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of ageless living. Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, you're more ageless than you think.